Okay, and we're back. Welcome to Sacred Ravens Tarot Vision. My name is Jamie Jacobson. Welcome. I am your soul work intuitive spiritual mentor and certified life purpose and career coach. Oh, we're back. I don't think I need to go into my whole introductory, but this is your channel for transformation and truth, done with inspiration, intuition, and insight. I'm not sure what happened, but we all it lost connection for 1 second. And when it does that, it closes up the chat room, and neither one of us, not you or me, can get to speak. And then the clock was on stop. So I knew the visuals wasn't coming through either. So it had to get a full on refresh, and a whole new room began. So once again, as you enter, please don't forget to hit the like as you enter. We got to do all that again so that YouTube registers the video for others to see us, and they know that we're back. Now, hopefully it won't do that again. It's 2:12. I have about an hour, a little over an hour to spend. I have to get up to go to Seattle early, or to downtown early, but that's all right. We were in the middle of, I think I was about to read for Maria, or I was reading for Maria. Alyssa Loren, hello. I remember you. Hi. Hi, Butterfly. And then we have VK Leash. Is it VK Lish? Or is it Vicky? Or is it just a really cool way of saying Vicky? Violet Ann, hi. It's good to see you, babe. Bakanuwa. Did I say your name right? Bakunawa. Bitty bitty. Like bitty bitty bum bum. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, yeah. Bitty bitty bum bum. Bitty bitty bum bum. Bitty bitty bum bum. Bitty bitty. Oscar. Sheena. All right. I like that name, Sheena. Oh, oh, Sheena. You love it till the morning. Oh, that was Sheila, though. This old group called Ready for the World. They used to have a song called Oh, oh, Sheila. Let me love you till the morning. Oh, Sheila. Hey, Lucy. Yeah, we lost our room for a moment. No, your room didn't. Your turn didn't pass. I had just finished up Maria's, so it was whoever came after Maria. We had a list. Do you remember, Sam? Are you in here, or Sam or Elisa? Do you remember? Yeah, Maria was finishing. I just finished Maria's. It just finished. Because Maria had that card about movement. Yeah. I think she had that fine. Yeah. Okay. The last couple sentences. No, I was done. And I told her to watch out, make sure that the connections, they all connected. Yeah. Oh, you like the way I sing? I have a terrible voice, but thank you. Elisa needs to find us. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like then YouTube will put this video out there, and for those that are looking for the live videos, it'll recommend it. Maybe Elisa can't find us. Yeah, the chat stopped for me too. It closed the whole thing and the clock. I looked over and I saw the clock was still. I'm not sure what happened. I think it wasn't my internet, because my phone is connected and everything was fine, so it didn't refresh or anything. I think it's just this, and I think TubeBuddy gets in the way. And I'll use TubeBuddy to do thumbnails, and I'll pay for it to do tags and stuff. But for some reason, it slows it down. It's like it's a running program in the back, and then it slows stuff down, and I can't stand it. It will also recommend more of these videos to you in the future. Yeah. Oh, there's Elisa. Oh, she already got it. Oh, girl. She got it. That's right. It's DJ. It was what was her name? Lady Lay something Dre. Yeah, you couldn't find me, huh? Yeah, that's what I was saying to everybody. Make sure that they hit the like when they came in, to make sure that the video would be out there, that YouTube would filter it through as a recommendation, so it'd be easier for you to find. Are you using YouTube? Just YouTube, yeah. I want to use something like that, like Stream Direct, or what is the other one where the little duck is the main? It's the little icon character. I've forgotten the name of that one. I haven't decided on which one to go for yet. Oh, Maria, it died, but I had just finished your reading at that time, because I had just gave you that last sentence, Maria. I had said, notice the connections with everything. This will enable you to avoid future problems and conflicts. Because you had the card where you had to make choices. And so I was on to the next. Thank God. I had just finished Maria's. But it was the Lady Dre, Lady something Dre. We've got more people coming in. Make sure you like the video as you come in. That would be wonderful. So wonderful. There she is. Lay back. That's what it was. Lay back Dre. You're next, Layback. It's your turn right now. We lost each other, but we're finding each other again. Wonderful. That's good. I should put my mic on. Let me get my, I like it now, right now. I thought it was going to be a rather slow night for 2 a.m. I mean, it's not as busy as it could be, but for a night like this right now, for me at 2 a.m, that's pretty good. All right, ladies. Hey, ladies. Yeah, at the airport today, I was about to catch my train, and there was this older guy, this suave-looking black dude. He had his speaker booming. Can you hear me? Yeah. And he had that old hip hop from the early 80s that I love. That. There we go. All right. Yes. Welcome. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Jamie Jacobson. Thank you for coming back. And for those of you who are just entering, welcome to the Sacred Ravens Tarot Vision. I'm a certified life purpose and career coach. I specialize in different areas. I don't need to go into all of that. I'm sure if you've had seen other videos, you know what that is. And I'm a spiritual mentor, soul work intuitive. And we're going to get back into the readings. That's where I want to get into the readings. If you're curious about me, you can find more about me on my website. And I put that at the very top. Website is my first and last name. Not very hard to find. If you want to know about the services I actually have available, I didn't put that in there, but you can find that at for the Acuity scheduling. And that's it, HTTPS. Okay, oops, / forgot that part. spiritualbusiness.as.me. Okay. And pretty soon I'm going here pretty quick as we go toward the end of the week. I'm going to add, I now have the one-on-one Poised for Purpose. It's Quantum Leap into Your Life's Purpose coaching sessions. They will be a class later on, but for right now, they're one-on-one sessions, 8 weeks or 16 weeks. There is homework that is given each week. So there is actionable stuff that is done, and accountability. I hold you accountable to yourself. That is for sure. So you can look up that stuff if you wish. All right. We have got Layback Dre. Are you still here, doll? This is for you. Or did she leave? Is she still here? Layback Dre. There you are. This is for you. And then after you will be Saba. Is Vicky? Vicky is on the list, right? Vicky should be right somewhere with Violet, and there she is. Oh, Vicky. Elisa must have forgotten. Layback Dre. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. It's either going to be Andre or Andrea. Layback Dre. Okay. Layback. Ooh, there we go. Ooh. The truth. The truth. It could have something to do with partnerships with the number 20 there, because we got 2. 2 is always about choices, decisions, partnerships, duality, duo, anything 2. So it could have something to do with that. The truth is coming to light, my dear. Now, this could be a spiritual truth, and I say that because, this card is a very spiritual card. We have like a monk here, and he's in the tower. See him looking at the stars. He's collecting information on the cosmos. But this week, a lot of truth is coming out, honestly, about people in relationships and how people really feel about one another. Things that they've been not wanting to be vulnerable about. And so it could come off as somebody not showing their true colors, or somebody's wearing a mask or whatnot. But what it really is people afraid to show who they really are. People afraid to expose their feelings. This could be you. This could be you. Either way, the truth, the one that you've been seeking, you've been looking for some information about something in your life in regards to, I want to say, a relationship. But that relationship could easily be the one you have with yourself and your spiritual life. But you're seeking. And that answer that you've kind of been digging at and prying at for a long time is coming to light. And you can expect that to happen in the next coming weeks. And it's actually a big theme for a lot of us right now. Truths are being exposed on the micro and the macro. So definitely for you, Layback Dre, the truth is going to be revealed to you this week. All right? Let's look into it deeper. I'm going to read after I give my initial intuitive feelings about the card and the energy from the card. I want to go in and read what the book actually says in regards to your card to give you deeper insight, because maybe it'll clue you in. When you hear something, might snap something in your mind. Now, if we were able to dig in more, we could probably easily figure out what this truth is about. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, you guys. In the next week or two, I'm going to have it posted. The yearly forecast will be available. Okay. I was hesitant to do them in the past because I figured, they're going to be way too long. I didn't think I'd have time to fit them in the schedule, but I think I will. I think I'll be able to if I do it the way I think I'm going to do. So those will be available, yearly forecasts, and each card will have clarifiers as well. So, and it will be done by pre-recorded an audio session. So you'll get to hear it as many times over as you wish, especially if you need to go back. If something didn't make sense now, it'll make sense later. So just a reminder. All right. Layback Dre. Ooh, the cold hard truth, baby. We love the truth. Even when it hurts. It might not hurt, though. It might be a good truth. So let's find out. He says, I'm going to reveal to this girl how I truly feel and surprise her on Valentine's Day. Damn! I knew it! I was saying earlier, especially with because I was watching some videos too, because I had a sense. I like to compare with what I come up with and the notes that I come up with. And Pretty Boss. I don't know if you know who Pretty Boss is. Pretty Boss TV. She's always like right there with me on the readings. And she did the Divine Male, Divine Female Chronicles. And she led on, yep, this week. I think she's particularly said it was around Valentine's Day. That's coming up, right? Midweek, something like that. That's in a week, I think. No, that's in a couple days. Yeah. So yeah, when I saw 2020, 2, it always has to do with relationships and partnerships, teams, things like that. And we see the truth. Yeah. It's the truth about the way one feels. And then I put that up against my own relationship. Yeah. It gives you greater insight to what's going on with the masses. It says the qualities of this card illustrate spiritual awakening, clarity, the revelation of truth, and cosmic consciousness, right? We got a monk here. He's doing spiritual work. He's actually in a tower. He's doing his science. That's how they used to do it back in the day. This card comes to do just that, comes forth to do just that. Evaluation of the past, along with lessons that you've learned or that you still need to understand, must now be a top priority. Doing so will enable you to forgive, accept, and heal so that you can move forward in a balanced spiritual mindset. The Truth card reminds you that a significant change must be made in a certain area of your life. Okay, only you know what that is. But don't make any hasty decisions. And I would say to double that up, because we are in the Mercury retrograde right now in Pisces, it really isn't a time to make any massive big decisions. This is the next week or two, to kind of slow down and double check everything before you make those big moves and big decisions. So be careful there. Whatever steps you take now will have reaching consequences. All right? More than you'll ever know, it says. Using the powers of the universe and blending them with a little help from the physical world will assist you in bringing about clarity with a shift of awareness. What was once not obvious will now be realized and understood. Be honest with yourself and trust what you know to be true, okay? And of course, the traditional card for this is Judgment. In Judgment, we are deciding on something. We decide based on what we think is the truth that's in front of us. The decisions we have to make. We make a big decision on those factors. And here is the truth. What are you going to do with it now that you know what that is? And it is long-ranging. The choices you do make right now are far-reaching. So like you said, you have feelings for this special person in your life. Once you tell them, it's going to change their paradigm. It's going to change life moving forward for a while. So yeah, time of truth. Truth will be revealed. It always gets revealed, no matter how much we try to run from it or change it or hide it. Yes, we will. You're in my prayers. Good luck. Yeah. This is a perfect time for those kinds of decisions. Ooh. Spiritual union. That's also a 2. That's a confirmation. That's spirit right there saying, yep. Oh my God, that's funny. No, you didn't miss yours. Bakanua. I don't even know how to say your name. Bakunawa. Bakunawa. I hope that's how you say it. Bakunawa. We now have Seba. It's a lot. Like I said, I love that name, Seba. It's like where my grandmother lives now in Honduras. She lives in the city of La Ceiba. They call it Seba. It's right outside of Rotan Island where my mother was born. La Ceiba, Machan. Okay. All right, Seba. Seba. The tides are turning for you. But you see, what else is that all of us in this room, we are so similar in energy. Our charts almost look virtually the same. We're all experiencing the same things energetically, each of us. So every person's reading in here, you may as well count that towards yourself, because these are general energy readings, so they do apply to you. That truth card, it applies to each of us in our own personal way. Only it's going to feature for Layback Dre just a little more prominent. Spirit thought so that was important to point out for him. Yeah, isn't it? We've got OJ Kush. Hello, my name is Jazz. I'd like to know why my ex hasn't gotten arrested yet for choking and threatening to kill me. I feel like the law isn't on my side. Okay, so some justice needs to be in play. Well, you can definitely have a love reading with me if you'd like. Or I have other readings. I have the Celtic Cross. I have the 2-card pull with free oracle. They all have free oracles with them. But these are just general oracles. So we just see what the spirit gives us and go off of it. But if you have a very specific question, that's a personal reading. But I'm seeing that there's injustice there. You're dealing with somebody like a 7 of Swords character. Justice is coming for these people, believe it or not. Right now, the wheel is turning, and the wheel is turning. Whoever you're going to get what you deserve. If you sowed and reaped, you're going to reap what you sowed. If you sowed the good seed, you'll get it. If you sowed a bunch of crap, you're going to get that too. Judgment is here. It's a time of judgment. Stay away from that person. I'm going to tell you that straight. Stay away from them, far away. There has been similar energies that have come up, some not so extreme, but the energy is still there nonetheless. And stay away. Stay away. Don't give them the time of day. Let me light some sage, because when you start to read for a lot of people, the energies get mixed up. And I want to make sure we're dealing with clean air, pure energy. Okay. Okay, Seba. Ooh, what's that about? Okay. The sacral chakra. The sacral is always about confidence. where you get your creativity, your ability, your strength, your personal magnetism. Okay? This is your energy. It's needed. It's needed. Your confidence is on the lower side. There's something you need to build your confidence and strength for. Okay? It might have to do, we've got the number 2 here again. 2 looks like we've got what? 2, 2, 2 we've seen already. I think that's an angel number for all of us. 222. All right. We've seen that's 3 cards now with 2s. 2s and 20s. I think the first card was a 4. Yeah. The sacral chakra. All right. This is your energy center where your creativity, your passion, your excitement, your personal magnetism, your confidence. Let's take a look at this. So tell us. Okay. Sacral. Color is orange. The sound is vam. The element is water. There again. We were saying this last night. Make sure you eat water-based fruits and vegetables. Okay. Drink lots of water. Go near bodies of water. All right. Cleanse your body. All right. Flush your body with water. The key words are I want, and the glands are the ovaries, and the testicles for the male. So it's the reproductive. Remember I said it's about that confidence, that creativity, that it's that drive, it's that fire. Sexuality, yeah. 2s, we look at that relationships, partnerships. Known as the sacral, the second chakra is located 2 fingers below the navel and relates to emotions, desires, creativity, sexuality, your personal magnetism, right? To keep this chakra balanced and its energy flowing, try dancing. Moving your hips and lower abdomen. Ooh, get on some Shakira. Hips don't lie. Just for that. Practice some yoga. Express your sexuality and nurture yourself. And remember, you do matter, baby. And this had me thinking, because I was thinking earlier on Tantra. And our tantric nature, the sacral, is really about that Tantra. And it's that burst of creativity we get. It really comes from our sexual natures. And there really is something beautiful about that. You know, that drive, that passion. I think you're probably being a little too reserved and you're holding that part of yourself in. It's time to sort of loosen up, shake it. And I can understand that. I think I've gotten the sacral has shown up for me a lot. And it's because I've gotten too serious over time. And, you know, I'm naturally a more jovial person, you know, and somebody who loves to dance. Let me tell you, I took belly dance class for years, and at one time was an exotic dancer. Ancient history, you know, 90s. But when you forget that part of yourself, you can become rigid, overly prudish at times, overly serious, and blocked. afraid to express yourself, afraid to be yourself, to be free, to be loose, to be wild a little bit. I think it's time. Have some fun, to be wild. Let your hair down. Shake your shimmy. In other words, it's time to have fun. It's time to let your hair down. It's time to let loose. Experiment with what drives you in that way. Maybe read up and get to learn a little bit about the Tantra and utilizing that Tantra and incorporating it into a creative outlet. Okay? Kush, OJ Kush, what I'm doing is reading, these are free energy, these are energy reads. These are free energy oracle readings, and everybody gets one oracle. Now, specified questions, when you have specific questions, I have readings for those, but those are paid readings. But these, we go down a list, and then I do tonight, I'm reading from the Psychic Tarot Oracle. I usually switch each night. They're different every night. And I was just finishing up for Seba. Miss Seba. Now who? Oh, hey, Joshua. All right. So who have we got now? Who is after Seba? Oh, you're welcome, baby. You too, sexy doll. It's Elisa. All right. Elisa Manzini. Sounds Italian. Manzini. Give me some of that Manzini. Pepperoni. I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, Seba Matcha. And then you should be coming out with your, what is the name of that dance? There used to be a bunch of dancers when we were taking dance class. It's a Spanish, like Portuguese based dance. Very dramatic, where they have the rose. They bite the rose as a couple. Jennifer Lopez did a video where she featured that dance style. It was a black and white. I think it was, Ain't It Funny? And it wasn't the one she did with Ja Rule. It was the one off the album. It'll come to me. Flamenco. Flamenco. That's what it is. There we go. There's a way to express that sacral. Take some flamenco dancing. Oh, rumba. That's sexy too. Yeah, some flamenco. Oh, yeah, there we go. The little tiny flamenco girl. Yeah. Yeah, hot stuff. Whew. There we go. Do some of that. Ladies and gentlemen, Seba Matcha and the flamenco. Yeah. There we go. Boost that sacral. Joshua says, DNA study says we have 97% in common with fish, 93 in common with ape, 60 in common with banana. What? And we have 80% DNA with every hamburger. Joshua just has the craziest, he's so funny. He has the most wild things. Okay, too many popped out there. Yeah, I love the belly dance. The Middle Eastern dance The music that our teacher would bring was wonderful. And the oldest woman in the class was 72 years old. The youngest one was 18. I think I was in my late 20s, early 30s at the time. And I thought I was old then. Okay. Elisa. Ooh, spiritual strength. But there is hope. 9, end of cycles, spiritual strength. This is likened to the 9 of Wands, I believe. We'll take a look. I think it is the 9 of Wands. The wounded healer. The person who's been through a lot. They've been through quite the battle in life, right? Through a lot of stress and troubles and ish. They've been through a lot of ish. And they're holding on to one of their wands, and they're kind of leaning on the wand even. They're tired, but they're trying to muster up that last bit of strength to carry themselves over to the new cycle. And that's what Spirit is saying here. Notice, first of all, you're a very spiritual woman, a wounded healer of sorts. Okay? Very soulful person. This would be you, right? Very meditative, loving, big heart, beautiful. This is Spirit saying, don't you worry. You don't know, you can't see me, but they're lifting all the weight, the heavy weight of the world. It's being lifted for you. See? You don't even realize it, but Spirit is right there. It's like that poem, Footprints, that famous poem about God having carried the person all throughout, right? And he realized at the end that God was always there with them, carrying him through all the issues, all the problems in their life. It's like that. That you don't need to worry. Spirit is on your side. You're going to have that enormous gut level spiritual strength and insight that is needed at the right time. There's this circle, it's like this bubble, and it's lit up with the crown chakra's color. So you're going to be highly intuitive at this time. It points it out again, and it's got the blue, so your third eye as well, your crown and your eye. Keep yourself grounded. This card is a card of Spirit, okay? So your spiritual body is going to be very, very high, but you're going to want to stay grounded, all right? So this says, it's mental, there we go. Spiritual strength says, this card is coming forth to give encouragement and remind you that you have the inner strength to complete whatever you've been working on, whatever's going on in your life. This final Spirit card represents courage, discipline, okay, stability, and persistence. You may be tired or weary from the struggle, but now is not the time to give up or give in. Instead, tap into all your inner reserves, all that stuff that you've got, that little bit, right? You're going to have to take it all for that one final push to achieve the desired outcome. You've been through so much to get to this point, and even though you may have acquired some scars in the battle, you're wiser and stronger for it. So that's why I say you're like the wounded healer, you know, the wounded warrior. You may also notice, oh wait, the enlightenment you've gained will be an invaluable resource. Believe me, you're going to use this. You may also notice that you're experimenting with different things in your life at this time. All of these experiences feed your spirit and offer you knowledge for the future. All right? Spiritual strength, the wounded healer. Yep. It's that one final push. You'll do it. Look how big, I mean, it says a lot. Look how massive Spirit is behind you. It's holding the weight of the world for you so that you can gather that last bit of endurance, that last bit of inner reserves that you have inside. Just scrape that bottom of the barrel and make it through that one last bit. It's the end of the cycle. It only goes up from here. If you've been doing the right things, it only goes up from here. I'm sure you have. Yeah, like giving birth. Oh boy, yeah, a lot like that. What did Joshua say? Move to California, start surfing in the radioactive ocean water. Mutation will follow. Ugh. No, thank you. The Fukushima waters of the Pacific Ocean. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you, Lisa. I know, it's hard. It is. But the minute you feel that resistance, instantly do anything that brings spirit back around you. That's what I do. I'll read something like scripture. I'll go into scripture and read some proverbs, or listen to some spiritual podcasts. One of my podcasts I listen to. Something always inspires me. There's always something for me, some little gem that comes at the right time, that is said the right thing, that pushes me to see something in a different perspective or from a different way. Even doing the readings for you guys, it's healing for me as much as it helps you. So it's, to me, it's beautiful work. It's probably the best work there is. Well, to me anyway. You know, there's other people who wouldn't care to do this, but you know, writing in my journal. I love writing in my journal. It gets out so much thoughts, and it gets it out of here so I could sleep in peace. You know? Because I not only think about my own life, I get wrapped up in what's going on in the world. I think about the world too much and where we're headed, and I've always been like that. This is for who was after Elisa? It was Butterfly or Vicky? Butterfly. I know there's Vicky, Butterfly, and Bakanawa. It's Butterfly. Because I know they were all very close to each other. I think Butterfly was just before Vicky and Bakunawa. Vicky, yeah, I think Vicky was just after Bakunawa because she came in right at that last before the room shut down. Bakunawa. This is for Butterfly. Okay, oops. Butterfly. Spread your wings and fly, butterfly. Remember that old Mariah Carey song, Butterfly? Oh, I used to love Mariah Carey back in the day. God. Still do. Ooh, choose wisely. Gotta choose wisely. Look at things with a bird eye's view. There could be confusion. You might feel like there's too much to choose from, too many choices, which has you in a bit of a fog. You don't know which direction to take. Okay. I love you too. You're so welcome. You are very welcome. Is it spot on? Yeah. There's too many choices. You don't know which direction to go. And of course, a lot of this is getting on you emotionally. We have that water, those dark, deep blue waters. It's a very emotional thing too. But your best bet is to zoom out and look at it from, if you were spirit looking down at your life, flying above, how would you make the choice? Would it make a difference then? And is this, it's definitely, it feels very much like a heart decision. But are you going to need to use your mind over the heart in this one? It's up to you. Now, we see the sun shining on the water, right? Ahead of us. That's brighter days are ahead of you, okay? But try to make the best choice. Listen to your heart. Take time out. Don't rush into the decision. Utilize this next week or two to take a serious look. Slow down. If you can, spend less time on social media, on television. If you can, try to not hang around with as many people as you maybe normally would have, unless you absolutely have to. And utilize this time, especially with the Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Make this a time for meditation. Make this a time for quiet reflection. Go to the park. Take your dog for a walk if you have your dog. Take those baths. Relax and let your mind open. If your body is tense and you're stressed and there's a lot going on around you and there's a lot of people around you and you're busy, you're not going to make the right choice. It's not going to come to you because your mind has never gotten the chance to open up and sit so that you can receive and listen to what the Spirit has got to say to you. So you got to find time for that. And go over everything before you make that final decision, okay? Now let's see what the book has to say to give you a little more insight into it, okay? On Choose Wisely. It says, this card comes forth when you have a vision or a goal you want to achieve, but too many choices, scattered energies, and unrealistic expectations prevent you from attaining what you desire. Opportunities are bountiful, but there's a decision that needs to be made at this time. This card reminds you that the options now around you may appear to have all the influence and power, but in reality, you're in control and responsible for all the choices you make. Take time to think, analyze, and carefully look at the different possibilities that are in front of you. Don't be hasty just because you feel pressured. And don't be influenced by the people who have no idea, no expertise, nor the education in the area of your choice. A focused, wise decision far outweighs one that is made emotionally or in desperation. Okay, so it just reiterated what I said. Take time, consider, is this a head over heart decision or a heart over mind? Don't be in a rush. Take this time, especially while it's in the Mercury's in the retrograde in Pisces. It's a perfect time to consider. Perfect time. And only you know the answer. Only you know the answer. But you got to listen. Feel your body. What does your body do? How does it react when you picture that possible answer, that possible decision that you might make? What does your body say? Does it open, or does it shut down and lock up? Right? It's intuitively your body will react. It'll tell you a lot. Joshua Benjamin says, I just come for the conversation. Well, the good. Good. We're all friends here. Why not? That's the whole point. I mean, yeah, the tarot we come for the spiritual stuff, but it's also to get things off our chests, talk about life, talk about the things in our lives, to boost boost one another up, to be support for each other. That's what it's there for. Butterfly says, I really needed to hear this. Thank God. I'm very happy. I'm so happy you did. There you go. There you go, Mama. Joshua said Fukushima could happen in here any day of the week. Oh, yeah. Especially when HARP is out there doing its shit. You are so welcome. You're very welcome. That's right. Fly high. Spread your wings. Fly, butterfly. Yep, you're going to have to take an eagle's eye perspective too. So you really will have to be flying high. Spread those wings. So who is next? Oh, Lucy. All right, Lucy. Okay, Lucy. And Bakunawa, you're still here. Yes. You're next. You're after Lucy, my dear. I think that's the beautiful thing. At least you can rest your mind on that one little thing. We have Bakunawa after Lucy. So here's Lucy. No, I mean, the Catholics version, Catholicism's story of Jesus is Horus, because Catholicism at its heart is based off of the Horus story. They gave Jesus the birthday of the Saturn, and the sun is Saturn, which is Horus, right? The sun god. The Hebrew Jesus was actually, get this, it's more like his birthday is 9/11, 9/11. And this is why in the dark occultists, in their religion, they worship the dark cult of Saturn. But this is why they invert everything like they do. And use certain dates and things under mysterious circumstances with their hush-hush about it. They put the Jesus on the cross kind of thing. That cross is actually the cross of Tau, the Tau. Tammuz. Tammuz was Nimrod. Tammuz became Horus, became Ra. Because the actual man died basically on a tree post, just a post. It's cheap, less expensive. They're not going to spend money on people that they crucified. But no, in the cross is a big thing, because in astrology we deal with the cross, right? Within the circle. North, south, east, west. Yeah. Yeah, the Catholic Church under the solar calendar, because the Hebrews went by the lunar calendar, and they had lunar festivals. They followed the moon. Maybe that's why I love the moon so much. I don't know. But under the Catholic Church, it became the solar calendar, and they named the days of the months, right? August after Augustus. We have July after Julius, all that. And then we have days of the week. Sunday after the sun. Saturn day after Saturn, right? Moon day after the moon. And so forth. It's very interesting. Okay, Lucy. Beautiful. You know what? Sometimes this is a very sexual picture. And sometimes these tarot, they're really good about hiding symbology, you know. Ultimately, in the occult, in these kinds of sciences, it's ultimately about the sexes and sex magic, right? And the masculine and the feminine. This is prosperity begins, right? The birth of things. But this is, in this card, a one, of course, new cycles, fresh new beginnings. This is new beginnings in material things, in the monetary, in the pentacles. This is like pentacles, right? Earthy energy. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. But we have a tree. We have two hands. We have a male, masculine, feminine. We have the peach. The peach is related to the feminine. Dare I say, the feminine organ. And this is like the masculine. See that phallic symbol? New beginnings. It's the birth of something new in your life, something tangible, something real, the birth of a new life. Um, it also means gifts of money, a new job, a new home, a new car, something very physical that has value to it, right? But pregnancy, a marriage, but something has been seeded. And it has deep roots. You've already planted the seed long ago. It gave deep roots, okay? And it's now ready to sprout. So whatever it is, there's something that you've given life to, that's being given life to in your life, whether that's inside of you. It's hard to say because I would have to have clarifiers, or it's within your life. I want to say this is something you've brought into existence. It's a very tangible thing. And this also deals a lot with money, with abundance being brought into your life. New cycles of abundance. Very tangible, very monetary in value, even. But I wanted to point out how sexual this card was in its symbology. This is like a man's legs spread. Okay. This is like his pelvic region. This is the anal. This is the phallic. The peaches are of the female nature. We see butterflies. That's all about transformation and growth. So this is new life. Something has been brought to life fully. It's at its harvest, and you're about to bear the gifts of it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. New love. Let's read more to get more insight into here, because this is the ace, like the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is fresh, new abundance, uh, a gift from the universe, a very physical gift, money, home, job, a new career, getting married, right? Even having children. Those are gifts of abundance. So let's see. So it's always great to get this card. Prosperity begins. Okay. This card brings a message of beginnings. Okay. Prosperity, wealth, and new business, which could soon be in the palm of your hand. It may result from your hard work, past efforts, and investments, or it could show up unexpectedly. All right. It may even be presented as a gift. With careful and diligent planning, recent endeavors and money making ideas show great possibilities and promises of monetary gain. Okay. To continue, this is a time to focus on the most beneficial outcome. Expect the best and envision that project or new job having a successful result. Feel it, see it, and most important, believe it. When you focus on abundance and the positive aspects of the material world and offer gratitude, prosperity in all its forms will flow even more freely. Okay? You might start seeing the numbers 88 a lot, and 888. Okay, 8 is always about manifestation and abundance, creation. Creation. And that's why this is such a sexual card, the peaches being the female anatomy. We've got the male anatomy here, right here. Phallic symbol, male's legs, the pelvic. We've got, it's pretty, it's kind of an X-rated card. But yeah, and then of course the butterflies that are flying away shows just how fruitful your life is at this time, or is about to be fruitful. Planting good seeds. So that's a good card. You know? By the way, try to stay grounded as much as possible. Um, because that card is an earthy card, it ruled by Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, you might want to make sure that you stay at an earthy and grounded level. Do things that'll help you stay that way, like the salt baths, like eating yams and carrots and potatoes to help keep you there. Drink water, drink teas. Try not to take in too much sugar or caffeine. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah, I don't like the Pope too much. Did you see what he did to a lady recently? He slapped her. This Asian lady was reaching out to him. And first of all, he's a Jesuit Pope. He's the first Jesuit Pope. And they warred for 400 years. And within the church, their church. And he slapped that lady. He was like this at her. He went like that on her. And he tried to apologize. It's like, it's too late, mister. You showed your weird side. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, the Jesuits, they're something else. They've been around a long time. Long time. And they've got resources upon resources upon resources at their disposal. They sure did. That's because they worship something else. They fake. All their symbols tell you the story, but people don't. People who don't understand symbology or aren't well versed in various symbols, they don't know. But it's out in plain sight, isn't it? And they tell you straight up who they are. And they do not like the people they hate the most are especially the Ethiopian Christians. Okay. Yeah, reading symbolism. It's fascinating. I love symbolism. You'd have to read cards. Yeah. Colors, numbers, various pictographs, various sigils. Victory is coming for somebody. Who's next? Who is next? It was, okay, Bakanawa, and then Vicky is next after Bakanawa. I'm feeling victory. All right, Miss Vicky, or Miss Bakanawa. Bitty bitty bum bum. Yeah, Hitler's one of those useful idiots. They used him because he knew how to get people at an emotional level and lie to them. If you get somebody who knows how to speak, people could be lied to and not know it because they'll get caught up and swept up in the emotion. And if they don't look closely, uh-oh. Usually the most popular thing, whenever whenever the world is like praising somebody, get away far from that person. When the world hates somebody or hates some bodies, usually that's the people who are the good ones. Almost all, like always. They're narcissists. That's how they operate. They're sociopathic by nature. By nature, our media and governments are sociopathic. So they operate like a narcissist does. They smear the good people and they prop up the ones that they like. You ready, Bakanawa?
Discover a stronger runner.
Woo, 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 woo. That's too many. I'm going to choose one from it, though. It spit out 4. If you haven't already, definitely subscribe if you've yet to subscribe to the channel. It's a lovely way to say thank you as energy exchange. Of course, tips, tips and donations, but definitely subscribing and sharing the video and things like that is worth a lot more. Okay. Ooh. You too? Oh. Yeah. You're just like I don't want to read this one because I already read this one here when you were in here. So I'm going to choose the one that was, because 4 of them popped out. I'm going to choose the one that went with it. And Maria had already gotten this one. Not Maria, but was it Butterfly? Butterfly. Stand your ground. Okay, you have choices you're going to need to make. And you're going to have to be very clear about the choices. This choice that you make that concerns you, when you make it, you need to stand your ground. Set your boundaries. Do not veer off course. Do not let anybody throw you off course. Stand your ground. If you can do this, you're going to be successful. And for some reason, 77 is coming across for you as a important angel number. All right. Wow, I'm looking at the time. It's 3:33, and imagine that. And then the numbers on the clock. Very synchronistic. Very synchronistic right now. Why did you say, oh man, what's going on? Yeah. This is like you in a battle. You wear your shield. You wear your coat of spiritual armor. You stay tough. You stay firm. And you keep your boundaries. And you don't veer. You don't weaken, not for a second. You're scared too? It could. But you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. Do not give in. Stand your ground. Stand up for what you believe in. Stand up for what you decided on. Keep your boundaries. Now I'm going to read into it further so you can get deeper insight. Okay? It says this card comes at a time when you're being tested and challenged. Yep. There may be fierce competition and potential rivals surrounding you in your personal or business life. But you know you have the strength and the inner courage to stand your ground. No matter how hard or formidable things may appear. Do not surrender or give up control you have. Be brave and stay true to your core life values and your belief system, which are your best allies and will help you move forward. It's important to remain clear and focused, for if you have to stand alone and defend your convictions to the end, then so be it. Maintain your health and stay strong so that you have an ample supply of energy to endure anything, as this could be a long and arduous yet ultimately hard won victory. Stick to your guns. You know what to do. Stick to your guns. Look up angel number 77 so you can have an added insight to that, please, too. Okay, we've got Vicky. Is she still here? Because I'm almost done. I got to get to bed soon. Vicky? Those of you, if you've subscribed and liked the video, then you are absolutely on the list. I can look. I can click on here and see those that subscribe to the channel. Yeah, so if you've subscribed already and you've liked the video, then you'll get it. It'll show, your name will show up on my subscribe list, and I'll know who to. Yeah, yeah. Kelly is after Vicky. Yeah, Vicky was from way back from when when our video cut off and we had to start over. Kelly wasn't there for that. But Vicky had just come in, and remember that, Vicky? And the video shut down. Vicky hadn't come, or Kelly hadn't come in yet. All right, Miss Vicky, my lovely lady. All right, make sure we're all straight. Vicky. And Vicky's picture looks like a fellow reader named Summer. Her name is Summer Intuition, I think her name is. She was one of the very first readers on YouTube. She used to get thousands of people, but not anymore. Not since it just keeps blowing up with all these girls left and right every day. Summer Intuition, she's the real deal. She's really good, and she doesn't need all the bells and whistles and all the prettiness, all the pretty eye candy, which is nothing wrong with that. I love that. But all you need is her and the cards. There goes my cat. Hold on. Just hold on. Avia. I gotta close my. She keeps opening my door. Oh my. Oh. Okay, she's fine. Come on, baby gosh. Come on. All right. Okay. The sacrifice. Can we see it? Sacrifice. If you can see it better. The sacrifice is a lot, I don't know why they make it so dramatically different than the original card from the Rider Waite deck. But it's like a bit of making a final judgment, a bit of finally coming out of stagnation and making of wisdom, serious wisdom needed on a decision that's taken some time to develop. You really need to be your strongest woman here, because you can be. Uh, the throat chakra is highlighted. You know, you're more powerful than you give yourself credit. And you're a very wise woman, too. And sometimes you're a little slow on making certain decisions that you don't always like to make, but you'll make this one. I think it's almost like you're waiting for the right. It's like you're waiting on something to develop, or you're waiting on to hear something, or you're waiting for somebody. You're waiting on something before you make that move or that choice or that deciding factor. And you know what? You can be underestimated too. Let's yeah, there's a lot of spiritual strength in this card. Um, let me see here. It's like coming out of murky waters, in you're like coming out of the darkest waters into the light. Okay. Sacrifice. And you're gonna have to make one. Powerful achievements are usually born as a result of great sacrifice, and this card represents self sacrifice and a time when you should look around your life to see what needs to be released. By surrendering and letting go, there will be more room to receive. And the words for this is wisdom, transformation, and enlightenment. Yeah, it's like coming out of the dark waters into the bright light. There's spiritual strength, there's power. It's like everything she is on the inside that's not apparent on the outside is finally coming out to light. Okay. But yes, not before an important sacrifice is made. Okay. A decision on that sacrifice. I don't know what that sacrifice is going to look like. Some kind of decision. This card signifies there's a situation happening or about to occur in your life and you can't control the outcome. This would be a good moment to pause, rest, and have patience, reflect, and meditate. So think. This is like the Hanged Man generally in the Rider-Waite deck. But it's almost like the Hanged Man right side up. If you can achieve it or try to view people, issues, and problems from a different perspective, and if you can do this, it will have a profound effect on your soul and your life. Been waiting on money first before you decide. Yeah, I understand how that is. The solution you seek may be slow in coming, for it could be necessary to live into the answers. Could they make it any more? Live into the answers, meaning the answers will come as you live, as you go about your day to day, then they'll come up. It's not like you have the answer right now. You have to use your wisdom and your strength, your spiritual strength, what you know, the tools that you have at your disposal already as you go about your daily living is when it's going to come up. Accept the things you can't control, heal, and leave the past behind. Move toward the future and watch new doors opening and paths that are being shown to you. Yeah, it's the Hanged Man. It's like having been afraid to make a choice, being stagnant at it, but now it's almost like the Hangman reverse. It's like coming out of the murky waters where you had been stagnant for some time, and just by making that sacrifice, coming in your daily living, the actions, by the very actions you make in and the choices that you decide to take in your life brings the answers you're seeking. Yep. Wisdom, personal transformation. And 12 is also, it's a 3. And 3 is always about, that how we, communication and how we communicate. Think of your solar plexus, that courage, that strength, that determination is needed. Courage, solar plexus energy. Who Joshua, what are you talking about? Were you talking about population control? Yeah, it's you, Kelly. Yeah. I'm glad I was able to help you shed some light on that, Vicky. Kelly, yes. I believe you're my last one, right? You the last one tonight? Sager. You said Sager? Kelly and Team Marie. Oh, honey, that's not the kind of questions I do. These are general energy. If you want, I can do a personal reading for you to find that out. That would be beautiful. Thank you, Vicky. That would be really nice for that. Thank you, Vicky. It just comes up. Whatever comes up, you apply it how you see it, honey. It's a general card. It's whatever the energy says it is, and you apply it to your life how you see it. And it's you know. Thank you, Vicky. Yeah, specific questions. I do readings for specific questions. I am a certified coach, and I do, you know, from coaching sessions with the intuitive reads onto just simple, basic questions. The two card pulls, things like that. We do live the Celtic Cross, the 1111 Celtic Cross. You know, but those are for very specific questions, and these are usually done just as a thank you for the community so we can get together, talk, support one another, and they're like energy reads. Yeah. And even then, they're a long time. I think I'm an hour and 44 in. So I've got you and one other person, and I'm done for the night. Okay. I have a very antsy man who's in and out of my room right now. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vicky. I'm trying with my crazy life. I'm 43. This is for Kelly. For Kelly. 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 Violet and oh right, okay. I'll give I'll do Violet, and after Violet I'll be done. Wisdom, Miss Kelly. Looks like this in your situation. That's exactly what's going to be required. What does your wisdom say on this? That means using your intuition, using your critical mind, your critical thinking, using your past experience. Is this something about a home, about a family situation, a relationship situation? If that's the case, definitely use your wisdom on this. Okay. 5 is about changes too. You're going to be experiencing a lot of changes in your life. And some may feel like they're coming on a little too quickly than you would like, but they're coming nonetheless. And even in your internal world, you know, it would probably be a good thing for you to try to adopt a more meditative, more mindful lifestyle, or at least one day a week where you dedicate um, a more quieter, more reflective kind of time for yourself in practice, or at least do some studying, some deeper studying into yourself and into a type of spiritual practice. If you could add that, okay? Brighter days are ahead. You know, this is a card of the teacher as well. It's about beliefs, personal beliefs. It's also about the husband or the father, institutions, organizations, the teacher. But in this case here, it's about wisdom, using your intuition, using your intelligence, your critical eye, critical mind, your thinking. Use your thinking cap on this one and really think it through. You know, there'll be some developments when it comes to the truth this week. Um, some things that you thought were the case actually weren't or aren't, and you'll see that. Let's look at what the book actually says to give you some deeper insight. Oh, really? Was that somebody's birthday, Josh? 10/10/1980. Kelly says, yes, I just seem to not be able to live without music or stop for a bit. I never had a most powerful intuition, and yes, everything I felt before led me to think that. Violet Ann says, I'm at work at the moment, so I'm a bit all over the place. Oh, you are? Oh, where the heck are you? You must be on the East Coast then. It's 4 in the morning where I'm at. And card 5 says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. This card illustrates that there's a spiritual teacher who's about to influence you. Maybe that's me. Maybe I just influenced you. Yeah. Look around. It says, or step into your life to impart his or her wisdom. Look around. Is there someone in your life who has the acumen, education, knowledge, and ability to integrate spirituality and its laws into the constraints of the physical, the physical world? This could be a compassionate person who offers guidance and inspiration and reminds you that there's much more than you are much more than a physical being. You are also a spiritual being with unlimited potential. I just said that. But of course, that's just, I'm sure you have somebody in your life who's like this. But pay attention, okay? You could come across somebody who does encourage you and remind you that you do. She says, I don't know really. I do know people surrounding me who's into spirituality besides me. And it's funny, spirit works like that. You know, that is it is what I do for work. It's where all of my coaching certificates are at: transformation, mindfulness, life purpose, transformational storytelling, even besides communication, forgiveness, self sabotage, toxic relationships. But they all center around the main thing, you know, this spiritual coach. And that's funny, spirit could be referring to this moment. That's very funny because I said, I think you need a day a week where you at least devote that to something spiritual because it feels like your life needs it. There's more to this life than the physical, and you don't want to forget that part of yourself because you're cutting yourself off from an entire scope of life that could color your entire life in a way and show it to you in such a way you never would have dreamed it to be prior, especially if you're an artist or a creative. Okay, especially that's where yeah. um, Creativity is of the spirit. We're co-creators. When you express yourself creatively, you are in the act of spirit. Spirit is coming through you. All right, you're channeling spirit when you are in the middle of a great piece of music, when you dance, when you write, when you sing, when you are in the act of anything creative. That is spirit working through you as you. Okay? So to be a greater creator, to be a greater artist, add that element of spirit into your life. Just devote one day a week. It doesn't have to be anything too serious or too big. It's more about uh, that relationship with yourself, that more mindful, kind of peaceful and reflective lifestyle, that piece of yourself. Okay? Which only adds to your health anyway, and it helps you discover yourself and discover things from a whole new perspective. It helps you to grow. All right? So it says, you may also have drawn this card to confirm that it's time to reach out and find an organization or group of like-minded souls, okay? Being part of a group where you can be yourself, share your thoughts, get valuable feedback can infuse you and encourage you to be all that you can be. Kindred support helps you to live your life to your highest ideals, finding the true inspiration and enlightenment that's part of your soul. Over time, the student often becomes a teacher, okay? So don't be surprised when others seek you out and find you. This card of wisdom is letting you know that you have so much to share, whether you realize that or not. And this is traditionally the herald Hierophant. And the Hierophant is the teacher. It's about beliefs, about what you believe. It's also, a Taurus card. It's very earthy as well. But it could also symbolize the husband or organizations, big governments, big um, ideologies and churches and things like that. But here in this deck, it's strictly about the wisdom. So you just might have somebody come into your life that you can look to as a mentor or as a spiritual teacher in some way. And you probably should go to a group, find a group where you can feel supported, where you can be yourself, where you can talk about the issues in your life and find support. Even something as simple as this, the group I have here, that's what we do. And I create a space here. I use the cards, but the free cards as a way, one, as a thank you to the clients and the people I work with for coming to me as their coach, as their spiritual mentor, as their intuitive. But it's a way for us to get together as a community, talk about differing things, the things that are happening in our lives, in our relationships, and to build a camaraderie, for support, for friendship. And so, you could consider coming and visiting even with us. If you have things you feel like you need to get off your chest, you need to talk to, where you feel like it's not going to get outside of here. You know what I mean? It'll be kept secret among a group who doesn't know anybody else you know. Where you can get a little bit of inspiration, ideas, and so forth. Okay, baby? And finally, I have a Violet Ann. You too, sweetheart. Love and light to you. Maybe next time you can get a reading and we'll dig into the love life part. Miss Violet Ann. I love that Celtic cross we did the other night. I really like that Celtic cross we did. I love the way spirit works. It's just so funny. Each one, the cards that were each in each spot, the way it was. Then to top it off with the rose quartz card. This is for Violet Ann. Violet Ann. Feeling somewhat bored or discontent. Since there's some balance. Might be off balance somewhere. There's some discontent, feelings of and spirit. Violet Ann needs to know. Violet Ann, what you need to know. Wow. It's taking a while to come out. Which one's it, Spirit? Heartache. I'm trying at the moment to find a way to be able to do tarot YouTube full time, or at least go part time at my current job. Yeah, I'm doing the same, and I've got 2 jobs plus what I have with YouTube as I build the coaching business, and it's hard. And I attend my classes with my coach in my group on Facebook, because I invested in that $1,500 into that, and it was the best investment I made. That, let me tell you. All the education I got too was the best. Changed my life. I applied it to my life. Yeah. But Anne, Violet Anne, what came with it? Let me see. Yeah. This is about your material harvest, and yep. Yes. Material, spiritual prosperity, and the motion of it. And I say that because of the cards that surround it. I had to take a look. I had a feeling it was that. But love. There's kind of a dual thing here. There's this, but for this reading right now, it's pointing love in the direction of, as in your self-love and what you do, or how you see yourself as far as life purpose goes, or what you do for a living that brings you meaning. And there's been heartbreak around that. And I'm looking at it, and it's been like, I wouldn't worry. You have been worried about how you're going to, like you say, how you're going to juggle it. And there's been heartbreak over how slow it seems it's been, plus other factors in your own personal life. But this is ending. I know it's hard to see right now. And you have been. Your material and spiritual prosperity hasn't been where you would have liked, where you had hoped. You kind of had visioned it to be a little bit different. But there is a promise of material harvest. If you can stay consistent, there will be an accelerated motion. Heartbreak and loss. The meaning of this card revolves around disappointment, sorrow, separation, which can cause upheaval and distress. It takes all the strength you have at this moment in order to move past the pain and heal the heart. And that's what we were talking about in your reading the other night. Is once you can heal your heart, take care of your self-love, that was when this new, fresh love was going to come in. Once that old heartbreak cycle could end, and it is ending. It's hard to see that now, but it's ending. The love that has been given to another should now be focused on you. Although you might look at this card as being negative, it can act as a tremendous catalyst, encouraging you to move on. The painful experiences of life are just as valuable as joyous ones. You may not appreciate the sentiment at this challenging time, but life does have a way of pushing you forward, even though you may not always know the final destination. As you endure this period, learn not to dwell in the past, but use your strong mental control to deal with your emotions. Have faith in knowing that you will get through this. You will get through it. Don't be disappointed. In fact, I think whatever you had gone through up until now was just a molding, and it will help aid you in your spiritual work. It'll help you to be a better spiritual mentor, a better spiritual coach in the long run. This will add to your value. If I were you, I would keep track and keep full documentation in a journal anytime you have emotions that stir you up, any pain that you have, thoughts that you have that go along with it, and actions you took to lighten that load, and tell a story of your relationship with spirit and life. This will make you a better spiritual teacher. This will make you more in tune with others, a better intuitive, and it'll make you sharper at your advice, more relatable too. Incriminating later. Well, if it's your journal and you keep it in a private place, as long as you don't have the wrong people around you, if you got those kind of people around you that are going to use it, they can get the hell out of your house. They get the boot. Yeah, it's been a tough week for me too. And I really do try to see the best in the situation. I try to make the most of it, you know, to the best of my ability. I, you know, some days, some weeks aren't as good as others. And yes, with money, with the way things are, that can always be a damper that just weighs things heavily, especially if you're trying to grow a business. It can be spendy while you're keeping up with your monthly normal bills and everything else, or if you're having to move, and it can be hard. It can be a juggle, but once you finally get there, it can be so satisfying. And that's you really got to give yourself a pat on the back for how far you've come already. Oh, well, good. You probably did. You probably did. In fact, I need to learn how to be a bit of an asshole. It would it would do me right. I said that to my boss a couple days ago. I told her I was going to need the next week off. My boss at the Earthbound shop. I work there part time. We sell crystals and gemstones and books, and it's a lifestyle shop, clothes and stuff. And she's an Aries with Sagittarius moon, like my husband. Shocking. She's a Scorpio husband. I laughed because I have a Scorpio moon with a strong Scorpio. My Scorpio ascendant, Libra's on there. Well, my ascendant pretty strong though too. And I was laughing about that. I was telling her I need to learn how to be more of a asshole. Excuse my language. I need to learn how to be more tough in that way, because then maybe I'd keep away certain types of people that have a tendency to swarm me. But I've learned my lesson there. I've learned my lesson. So we've got Sagar. All right, Sagar. I'll read for you and then we'll be done. I'm going to close it up for the night. I've been on 2 hours and 10 minutes. In the previous video, I was on for an hour and a half. And I got travel. Yeah, sadly, sometimes people take advantage of you being. Yeah, I know. And then it's like, not anymore. Those days are over. Those days are over. But yeah, Violet, you'll do fine. It all takes patience. You'll get it. Don't feel like you need to be rushed, especially with this kind of work. It's spiritual work. Put up 2 videos a day, or set a time, set a schedule where you can, maybe do the fire signs, and one day do the air signs, and the other day do the water signs, like that. And once or twice a week, do a couple lives. But that's what's beautiful about this work. It's you. It's your story. Because what you go through, what you live, is your work. You utilize that in the way that you help people get through their hurdles and the things that they're grieving from, or the things that they're grieving through. So it'll help you be a deeper, more sharp reader. And you can get as creative as you want to be, make it fun, And then we look at all the people you've got. There's all these women that if in the future you want to collaborate with, send them an email, ask them if they didn't mind collaborating with you in one way or another. No, honey, you don't ask a question. It's a general oracle. If you have a personal question, you can purchase a reading. You can get one as small as a $5 2-card reading. But this is a general. It's an oracle card. And it's a general. Oh, Violet, you're so welcome. No problem. No problem. All right, Sagar. Last but not least, Mr. Sagar. Elisa, thank you so much for doing the moderating. That really, really helps for me not to have to worry about that all the time. That really helps because it helps me to focus on the cards and the person and not having to type in all this information all the time. Sagar. You are? It's fun, huh? Woo. Sagar. Baby. Well, we got another 2 here. Spirit really had us seeing the number 2 tonight, weren't they? It's like the number 2, number 2, number 2, number 2. Yeah, of course, no problem. That was just, I feel very lucky to have had you girls. You did a great job. That was what a relief. That really did, that really, really helped. That made a big difference. Yep. We've got another card of two. It's intuition. Spirit is asking you to use this, Sager. Use that intuition on this one. There's a question you had, and it's going to be your intuition that makes the right choice. But don't rush into it. Do not rush into it. Listen to your body. Listen to your heart. Listen to that voice. Pay close attention to what your body does. Does it lock up? Does it loosen up? Does your heart space, close up, or does it open up? Pay close attention. Take it easy. Don't rush into anything. Take your time. Okay? You have sharp intuition. Now, let's read from the book to give you more insight. All right. Because this intuition is the Empress, or the High Priestess. Okay? In this, it's intuition. This is also a very Piscean card, okay? Pisces energy. Makes sense. We're headed toward a Pisces new moon, and Mercury's in Pisces at the moment, and we're headed towards going from Aquarius into the sun in Pisces. So strong Pisces energy here. Oh, okay. Well, this is you, baby. Okay. Use and utilize that strong intuition you've got, that natural intuition. That is what's going to help you in the situation for that question you had, or for what you're going through in life at the moment. It's going to be that skill. It says intuition is language of the soul. When this card shows up in a reading, it's a clear message that it's time for you to use your intuition. Just give it a chance, and you'll quickly notice how it might be trying to get your attention. So, with so much information in the world vying for your every thought, it's easy to ignore it or fail to acknowledge your insights. Okay? But synchronicities and so-called coincidences are powerful signs that intuition is knocking on your door. Have you heard a phrase or a saying repeated more than once by more than one person today? Do the same numbers keep showing up in your life? Has someone mentioned the name of a specific person whom you were just thinking of? These are all signals for you to pause, be open, and pay attention. Okay? This is a perfect time to seek answers from within. Turn inward, okay, where you'll find solutions, and valuable insights that are waiting will assist you. When you learn to use and to trust your intuition, you'll begin to have a sense of not only the right timing, but you'll also begin to perceive people and situations with a deeper and more discerning eye. Okay? You'll not only observe beneath and beyond what's actually in front of you, you'll see the real deal. And the general archetype for that is the High Priestess. But yes, this is you, after all, Mr. Sager. Don't you love the way it works like that? And it was just the general. So, we are through. Amazing message. Yeah, huh? Yeah. I'm glad you liked it, babe. Now I've been on, 2 hours and 20 minutes. I gotta get to bed. It's 4:31 a.m. I gotta get up early. Good to Seattle. I love you all very much, though. Thank you for spending your evening here. I'm glad you all got a little something tonight. That everybody was happy. That their mind can rest at some ease. Thank you. We'll catch you next time. Yeah. Next time you can get a reading from me. How about that? That was just a taste. And now you can get a real reading from me next time. All right. I love you all so much. I will see you soon. I'll be back on tomorrow, so don't worry. And then we'll see how things went, and then we'll do some more of these, okay? What do you say? All right. I love you all. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Say your prayers always. You know, have beautiful dreams. You all deserve it. I love you. I love you too. Thank you, Elisa, for helping me tonight. That really helped. I could get used to that. Good night, Sager.